Hello, fellow Kyvians! How are you doing? Another sprint done, another release ready for you guys. So I'm gonna rush through this one a little bit because this release is pretty damn big. There's a lot of background changes. I'm gonna go over them, but obviously there's not gonna be too much to show you at that very moment. So I'm just gonna go and run through the changelog for you guys. Alright, so the first one over here is a general Kyvio update. It's a huge thing actually. We've been working on this I think for 3 weeks. We have totally rewritten the way how packages are managed. This matters to you because now you're able to stack the packages on, like, so for example, if you have a Kyvio basic monthly, you can also add a Kyvio business, and the limits of the two different packages are then just added up with each other, and then that will be the end limit you will have in your account. Next sprint will also add easier ways to cancel packages and even cancel your account as that's part of GDPR as well. On that same note, I think it's over down here somewhere. We have already made our first preparations for GDPR, some technical preparations, and in this sprint we are working on the first actual functional changes in the application for GDPR. Then the second one is about the logic on how accounts are created. It's very much in line with the package changes. So now it's all a little bit more easier to manage, which means for you that adding new payment methods, which we'll be doing very soon, maybe sooner than planned even, is a lot easier for us. So building in stuff like Hotmart, I know that's requested quite a bit, but also others like ChargeBee, Paddle, processes that we've been looking at for ourselves are going to be a lot easier to be implemented and a lot faster. So that's really great in that sense. Then our biggest release for this particular sprint is, of course, the long-awaited Smart Mailer API. Our version 1.0 is now ready for you guys to be used, and the docs are here as well, and they come with all the necessary data that any developer would need. You can even test out some of the endpoints for the API. It's a RESTful API, and you can start using it for your third-party systems. Just go through it. Of course, if you have any doubts or issues with it, always just contact support and we'll have a look at it. We have fully tested it, but there's always an option that something was missed in testing. So if that's the case, just let us know and we'll be right on top of that. But yeah, as you can see, there's authentication, obviously, as an API always needs. A whole bunch of different methods for subscribers, for mailing lists, for opt-ins and for automations, and finally also for broadcasts. So yeah, definitely have a look at that. As a follow-up on this, of course, we'll be soon linking that up with Zapier. That's going to take another few days, I think. Maybe a little bit more, because I saw my developer mentioned in a comment that some of the triggers that we were planning weren't actually implemented yet, because these are all ways how to get data from our system, and triggers would be a way how to send data from our system to Zapier and then to another system. So I'll have a look. Maybe we can split it up into two different ways, two different points that we release it. But yeah, I'll have a look at that today and tomorrow. Then another nice improvement is a big speed improvement. Before it was kind of a technical story, but we had our sessions. It's kind of the way, the technical way how a member is remembered while you're working in the software. Those sessions were stored in our database, which was just not a good idea from the beginning, but it has always been like that before we even got started on this software. And we've now managed to move that away to a specialized something called Redis database, which is going to make it a lot faster. And then the third one over here is the awesome sticky video tutorial. So our support guys have done a great job of creating an awesome tutorial on how to create sticky videos. Sticky videos are those like when you just have, like, for example, on a sales page, a main big video, and you watch it, you start playing it, and then you start, oh, I want to see the rest of the page. So you start scrolling down. and then the video just basically goes into a left or a right corner and keeps playing while you are scrolling on the page. Very, very good for sales page. So this really easy to use article you can use as to put that on any of your sales pages as well on Kyvio. All right, what else? The smart memberships, you can now change background image on the login page. I can quickly show that to you. So if you're here in the theme page manager inside of Kyvio, you go to your the theme that you activated. So you see the customize button. You just go there, and then you click over here. Go to the login page. Okay. Alright, that's the login page. You click here again, and then you can see background, and you can put a background image over here. So easy peasy, and that's that. Alright, I already mentioned the GDPR preparations. General Kyvio admin can now see a reason as to why emails have gotten into a system-wide blacklist. So I've announced this before. Like, we keep a system-wide blacklist. This is just to protect everybody on the system, basically. So, for example, when a particular email address bounces a hard bounce more than 5 times, that tells our system, like, look, this email address is just not available, and it's probably old and not used anymore. And like, hard bounces are very bad for your reputation. So we created a big blacklist, so to say. So if that happens, that email goes to that particular blacklist, and it doesn't send out to that email address anymore. So to kind of protect your reputation. However, every now and then, because we do send a lot of emails, a lot of users, the emails end up there because, I don't know, maybe they didn't pay their hosting fees for their email or whatever, they forgot about it. And 5 emails get sent, they get hard bounced, and they end on the blacklist, and then they contact our support like, hey, look, I can't subscribe with my email. Why is that? And before we couldn't say, like, well, one of these reasons probably, but we can't tell you an exact reason, but now we can. So, and of course support can remove that as well, so that's not an issue. Then the next one, Smart Mailer. When you choose a list and a segment, before it would actually ignore the list, but now it properly combines the two datas to get really specific with who you're targeting for your emails. And then another one is the Smart Funnels. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. So we've been working on a new page builder, and it's really, really sexy. And we've been testing with it, and there's still a lot of work to be done to really integrate it perfectly with our flows and with everything. But it is. I'm just gonna really show you a quick. Where is it? Oh yeah, over here. Like, this is it. This is not probably how it's gonna end looking up, but this is, look how easy everything is and how many options we have, translation options, and just everything is pure drag and drop. It's really, really sexy. But yeah, just super quick preview for you guys. I hope you're absolutely gonna love this, because we're gonna, with this editor, we're gonna blow the editor all the competition out of the water for sure. But yeah, more on that in the next coming weeks / month even, as still a lot of work needs to be done there. General Kyvio. Okay, so as a team member before, there was no option to delete a site that you had access to. Now you can. However, it's not deleting the actual site, it's deleting the relation with the website. Only the owner can always delete a website. It's obviously just a security thing. But yeah, now you can delete it, so it just removes from your account, which just gives you a little bit more control. And then Smart Membership modules. There was a bug reported by one of our users, if I remember correctly. Some modules that were set to draft, I think only after being set to public first, were visible to course members, and obviously if they're on draft they shouldn't be. So that has been fixed. General Kyvio, we added default fav icons to all the funnel pages. It's like the icon that you see normally over here. Let me see. Gap response integration not triggering is fixed. Was actually an issue on their side. They changed something in their API, and they did not really announce this. But it's fixed right now, so all good. Smart Mailer. Oh yeah, we had an issue when you saved the broadcast for later and then went back to it. The number of recipients suddenly showed as 0, which obviously wasn't true. So that has been fixed as well. Member reported issue that with Thrivecart integration, when a member or when just a customer bought your membership product, it actually created a double registration. There was a weirdness with the Thrivecart API integration as well, but as again fixed. We just built in another check so that it couldn't create double members anymore. And then for Aweber, I don't remember this issue exactly, but there was an integration error. Oh yeah, I remember. I was saying whoops, the blah 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 error or something like that, and that has been fixed as well. Small fix over here with smart memberships for the lesson drip and expire settings. A user could enter negative values, which of course doesn't make any sense, so that's fixed as well. Another smart mailer issue fixed when you create a new segment and you didn't fill out. Oh yeah, this is a UX issue. If you didn't fill out all the input fields for a specific condition, and then you click next condition, then nothing really happened and no error showed. Now it does. It just show an error. Hey, you need to do this first before you can continue. Just a little flow thing, that improvement. Smart mailer setup guide was showing whoops error apparently, which of course should have never happened, but it did, and that's now fixed. Smart funnels UX improvements. Oh yeah, there was a specific situation when you have reached the max number of your funnels for your account type, and you wanted to create a new funnel still. It didn't really give you a proper error. It just kind of froze. And that's of course not something we want. So now it just gives you a proper error like, hey, you've reached the max number of your funnels, and you need to upgrade your account if you want to create more, or of course archive a old funnel that you're not using anymore. And then last but not least at all, yes, we hired yet another backend developer. Because we know very much. We saw a few complaints in the Facebook group about smart products taking a long time. Yes, it's taking significantly longer than we promised. I will shoot another video just about that, why and the exact reason and everything around that. But we know it's important for ourselves as well, but we do want to deliver the best for you and not something half-assed. So for that reason, just the TLDR it's going to take another 3 months. That's kind of the plan right now. We're completely rebuilding Kyvio core from scratch. We've mentioned that a few times, and we just really want to deliver the best product for you. And that also comes into mind with all the changes GDPR needs and stuff like that. That kind of goes in between inside of that rebuild as well, of course. So that's that for this release. I hope you guys love it. It's been a big release. I'm really proud of the team with this one. All of this has been done in 2 weeks. We were only 1 day late with the the planned release for this one, so that's not bad at all. Next release is going to be a lot of new stuff, like some new cool extra features like uploading a sitemap, a lot of GDPR stuff. There's a few more improvements for the Smart Mailer API as well. Zapier should definitely be included for the next sprint, and a bunch of other stuff that I will announce in our next release video. Alright, thank you so much for watching. This is Steve van der Paal for Kyvio. We'll talk in the Facebook group and in the next video. Ciao.